Hi, Sharks. It is Financial Sharktress Galit Sadiq. I know I have been missing for a few weeks, just handling stuff here at home, and it was my anniversary one week, and just so many things were going on, and I just couldn't. Last week, I was last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. I had an amazing time at the Long Beach Scuba Show for one of the nonprofits that I'm a part of, and really got to take care of that. So Monday I was absolutely destroyed and I could not come on to talk to you. So today I want to make it an amazing one. Today my topic is mini goals. Now, one of the most common things that I hear when people come to me is I don't have enough for this and this. Like there's a specific thing that they want, not feel like they have enough, right? So that's whether that's sending your kid to college or have a retirement fund, or you need to move apartments and you have to pay for the security deposit plus first month's rent, and you just don't have enough. Now, these are what I kind of think of as bigger goals. And if you give yourself enough time, you don't have to stress out about those big goals because you can do small mini goals to achieve what you're looking to achieve. So I also have a fitness coach, and this is one of the things that we talk about because it's the same thing, and most of you will know this about for fitness, let's say. You don't go right away into lifting 200 pounds. Like if that is your goal and you want to be like a bodybuilder, that's not your first step. Or you don't decide one day without any exercise that you're going to run a half marathon. It's just not how it works. You give yourself small goals and work up to the big goals. So it's the same thing when you're thinking about your money. If you set small goals and you achieve them, what will happen is you'll have like a snowball effect, right? You'll be so excited about achieving them. You're going to achieve another and another and another. And it just keeps getting easier and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So what you have to do is create a blueprint for yourself. Set where you are right now on one side, where you want to be on the other side. And then make bullet points in between. And I know that a lot of you are creative and visual, so make it visual. Create charts, create fun ones. There are so many ones that you can get online, especially for savings goals or paying down debt. Like you can get stuff that you color in as you pay or as you save. So make it fun for yourself. Another big thing is when you achieve these small goals, celebrate. It's still something amazing. It doesn't matter if the goal was to save $5 a week and that feels small. If you managed to save $5 that week, I want you to celebrate. With going out and spending money, but do something fun for yourself. Take a bath if you love baths. Give yourself 30 minutes to just relax, like close yourself off from the world, shut off your phone, give yourself me time, turn on the music and dance in your room. Whatever you want to do that makes it feel joyous, you do, because that is what is going to give you the feeling, give you the strength to keep moving forward and forward and forward. So create mini goals along the way. So if your goal is saving $1,000, start with saving $5 a week. Make the next goal save $10 a week. The next goal, save $20 a week or $15 a week, whatever feels good. What I want you to do when you're thinking about your goals, for your big goals, I want you to think of what you want and then times it by 10. And that is your major, overarching, huge goal, right? I want you to figure out a way to get to that major goal. Little by little by little. These small habits are the thing that will put you over the edge. So make sure that you figure out what you want, because that's a huge deal here. Let's talk about just setting goals in general, right? So how do we set goals? There are things that we want, right? I want you to get super, super, super specific about what you want. I want it to be measurable. I want that you to be able to put a monetary value on it. So if it is going on vacation, I want you to research that vacation. I want you to know exactly where you're going, exactly what activities you're doing, how much money you need for stuff, for buying things. Research the prices of flights. I want you to give it a number, right? So now we have specific and we have measurable. The next thing I want you to do when you think about your goal is it achievable? So if you want to go on vacation this year or in 12 months, let's say, can you theoretically do that? If your goal is make $1 million, but you have a 9-to-5 job that you make $70,000, that's not necessarily achievable for you. And that might hurt you if you decide that that is your goal and then you don't reach it at the end of 12 months. So make sure that is achievable for you. So now you have specific, right? And these are SMART goals. You have specific, measurable, achievable, and then relevant. So does this make sense for your life? That's a big one. I feel like a vacation makes sense for everyone's life. But think about the specific goal that you have. Is it relevant for your life? Does it make sense for you and who you want to be and what is important to you, right? Because that is a big one. A lot of times we think we want things, but we don't really think about the ramifications that come with it or whether that's actually going to fit into our life, right? So if it's relevant for you, if it makes sense for your life and the life that you are trying to build for yourself, awesome. So that's the R. The last thing is T, time bound. I want you to give yourself a deadline for the big goal and each of the mini goals. That is what's going to keep you on target. Once you have that information, then you can set up the mini goals, right? So one of the first things that I tell people to do with any goal is once you have your due date by, the date that you want to have the money in your hand to do this thing. Once you have that, I want you to calculate how many weeks, and you can just Google this, calculate how many weeks it is between today and that deadline. And then I want you to divide the amount of money that you need by the number of weeks. And that is going to give you a mini goal, right? It's going to tell you how much you need to save per week to get to that goal. This gives you another piece of information. If that savings per week feels really hard, maybe you need to extend the deadline. If you try the first 2-3 weeks and you see that there is no way that you are getting to save that amount, then I want you to think about two things. One is, How do I save more? Can I cut expenses? Can I increase my income? What can I do to make it to that number? If you have exhausted everything, right? Because you got to eat, you need to put a roof over your head, you need to have, your basic needs met, you need to do things, you need to put gas in your car, you need to get to work. There are so many things that are taking up money right now, especially during this time when inflation is out of control, right? So if you feel like you cannot reach that number and you have to increase your income so that you will reach that number, I want you to extend the goal. Extend the big goal and give yourself more weeks to do it by. Okay? And I want you to understand, because when people do this, they feel like they failed. You did not fail. You are being responsible. You're setting a smart goal for yourself. You are living within your means. You are doing your best. And as long as you continue to make small steps, you will reach bigger things. If you do not take any steps, you are stagnant. You are going nowhere. I don't care. Push it by 2 years. But if you keep going for it, if you keep your eye on the prize and you keep stepping forward every single day and getting a little bit closer, you are accomplishing it. You are doing it. And that is why it is so important to have those mini goals in the in-between, right? Because if you've got to wait 3 years for something, that hurts, right? Like, you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. But if you can have a celebration every month about how much you've saved, that feels good. Now, another thing that I want you to do when you've got the numbers, right? I want you to make it automatic. So if you've decided that you are going to save $20 a week, I want you to make that an automatic transfer. I don't want you to think about it. I don't want you to have to think about it. Because when you have to think about it, it doesn't come out of your account. And I want you to if you've been watching me for a while, you know I love NerdWallet. Go to nerdwallet.com. Find an online bank that is giving a good interest rate. There are so many banks right now giving great interest rates. You can get 4.5. Like, I want you to think about your regular brick and mortar bank. I'm going to tell you because I have Chase. And I use a checking account in Chase. If you use a Chase savings account, you are making 0.001% on your money. That is not even 1%. That is so much less than 1%. When I switched my savings from Chase to an online bank, I made more in 1 month than I had the entire year. Okay? So set up an online bank account. In most online bank accounts, you can nickname the account. I want you to nickname the account your goal. So if it is vacation, name it vacation. If it's remodeling your kitchen, I want you to name it new kitchen. Whatever it is if it's a down payment for a house, I want you to name it new house. I want you to give that money a job and then set up the automatic transfer from your checking account into the savings account. I want that to be the first thing that comes out of your checking account before you pay your bills. And if you know me, this is what I call paying yourself first. It is paying yourself to get to your goals before you pay everyone else. As long as you've created space and as long as you've budgeted correctly, this is not going to hurt. I'm not saying don't pay your bills. I want you to pay all of your bills. I want you to pay all of your bills on time. But I want you to make sure that the money that's in there isn't just floundering with no job, with nothing to do. I want you to give it a destination. I want you to make it work for you. Thank you, Shane, that you tuned in right at this moment. Yes, I'm speaking to all of you. I know you have things that you want to do for yourself. You can and you will. You just have to set it up on automatic. You have to create the flow of energy between your accounts. If you've been watching me, you know that money is energy. We create the flow. We have to clear space in our checking account for more money to come in. We have to create pockets for the money to go into if we want to give it a job. We need to give it a destination. We need to give it a name. And what you're doing with creating these online accounts and nicknaming them, you are giving that money a purpose. You are giving it a job. You are giving it a name. So please go out there, figure out what you want. Sit down tonight and think of, what do I want? What makes sense for my life? What do I need in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 5 years? Okay? Think about those and get real specific. So if you have done vision boards, right? This is something that we do. We think about what we want. I want you to do that. I want you to create a goal vision board, but I want you to add money. I want you to add what it's going to cost you to achieve those things. Okay? So if you want any information about how to achieve your goals, if you want help from me in achieving your goals, I'm available for you. I am Financial Sharktress on all of the social media outlets. If you're watching this on YouTube and you know that there's someone that needs to hear this, please like, subscribe, and share. Really, if you're watching this anywhere, please like, subscribe, share. Do what you need to do to get this out there. That we're so stuck. And I do this too, in these bigger overarching goals, that we forget that there's small steps that we have to take to get there, and that we can actually be happy when we achieve those small steps. We can celebrate, we can have fun. It doesn't have to be this serious, horrible, overwhelming, frustrating process. It can be light, it can be happy, it can be joyous. So please go out there, set some joyous goals, and you can reach me by email or set up a free discovery session where I'll give you 15 minutes. I will tell you everything I can in 15 minutes, and there's no pressure whether to buy from me or to sign up for a coaching program or anything else. So I just want to help you reach your goals, because that's what lights me up. That's what makes me joyous. And that's one of my goals. So have an amazing night. Happy Money Monday, everyone. I'm glad that I was able to come on tonight and really give you what's been pent up in my heart and what I've been really wanting to impart to you. So happy Money Monday. I will see you, if you follow Galit Speaks, I will see you on Wednesday for a podcast episode. And if not, I will see you again right here on next Monday, Money Monday Live. Good night, Sharks. Bye.